And today we finally have Will back. He's back from, traveling the world, being a real cultured man.
Yeah,
it's me.
We should just make your pose right now just a new thumbnail.
Yeah. That's the real cultured man pose right there.
You're very Dio-esque at the moment.
They called me that. I would dare say I'm cultured as fuck.
The ultimate gaijin.
Yeah.
Is that what they called you over there?
So
tonight, the penultimate episode of Game of Thrones, titled "The Bells."
I gotta get it again.
A good title.
They do ring.
They do ring.
They do ring.
It doesn't really matter, but they do ring.
But they it's kind of like the Liberty Bell. Like it needs to get fixed.
Right. But we should do official intros. Bryce gave himself. I'm Zach. Zach's here.
How was it?
There he goes. And then of course,
I'm Will. I'm back.
The Gaijin is back.
I'm back. I have a lot to say.
Oh man, we missed
weeks. I have weeks of Bill. I've been edging for weeks.
Ready to just come back and
I'm still edging
spill
this episode. I'm waiting for the largest dud I've ever blown, which will be next week.
Oh man, next week's episode, like it's just that might be a 2-hour podcast of just us going.
It's gonna be the biggest fake orgasm you've ever faked.
I think it's gonna be a full-out explosion of just powdered milk.
But alright, let's start with spoiler-free feelings of the episode. Let's start with, do we want to start with the host or the guest?
Start with the host.
Start with the host, and then we'll
go break us in.
And then move all the way down to the real host.
The host.
The real host, which is clearly not me on my own channel.
Correct.
No,
We've
it's
taken
me.
it. It's us. We have taken this away. Don't you ever say it's just you.
Fair.
You liar.
So,
Hey, I do the bulk worker of editing here.
He does. Yeah, because I don't understand this.
Look,
so
editing, that's a secondary job. It's the host, the personalities that really bring
screw
people.
off.
I'm joking.
I'm trying to keep it PG for at least like 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
So that the
Shit.
Okay, so shoot.
So
first of all, if you are concerned with the PG podcast, you shouldn't be watching this show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. Algorithm.
Yeah. You can't tell me what to do, Facebook. Who's the current CEO of Facebook who I can yell at?
We don't know anymore.
Still Zuckerberg.
That's Facebook.
Zuckerberg.
You said Facebook.
I said Facebook. I meant to say YouTube, but yeah, Zuckerberg. You can't keep me down, Zuckerberg.
Yeah, the Zuck.
The Zuck.
You can't cuck the Zuck.
You can't cuck them.
New episode name. You can't cuck the Zuck.
I like that.
All right, so we're gonna jump into our thoughts of this episode.
No spoilers.
No.
First thoughts
like,
or non-spoilers, just what you thought.
Yeah, just thoughts.
And then we'll go into the synopsis.
Okay, so I enjoyed watching this episode. Like, I had fun watching just the craziness that happened on this episode. I don't think it's actually a really good episode, like story-wise, writing-wise, any of that. But it's just so much fun to watch everything happen. And if you watch this episode, you might hate it, but you can't deny that you're gonna have fun just watching this shit hit the fan in this episode.
Yeah, it's entertaining television. It's popcorn. It's
popcorn.
I
absolutely.
think I have the best analogy for this episode.
This is the reality TV of Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is reality TV mixed with soap opera, just well shot.
This episode, they just said, screw the soap opera, we're just going reality TV.
Yeah, there's not
everyone's
character development going on. The only development of characters is just crispy.
Well done.
Yeah.
Let's just say this episode was well done.
This is
very
well done.
I don't want this to be a spoiler for anybody, but this episode had the most black characters of the entire series. Wow! Known for its lack of diversity. This one, they were like, we're going from fucking Portland to Atlanta real fast.
Shit.
This is why we miss Will. This is why we miss Will.
What are we in? 7 minutes in?
Inciting racial.
Man, 4 minutes in. We haven't even made it to 5 minutes and we're already here. Let's do it.
This is really just diversity. I mean, if anything, the algorithm.
Yo, they wanted their inclusion. They got it.
They got it. Yeah. I mean, man.
All right. So you were diversity. Was there anything else?
No, I thought it was a very diverse episode.
Very inclusive episode. Yeah. All right. So Zach.
I thought it was I'll agree with you, and it's not a very Game of Thrones episode. It was a disaster movie.
It was.
It was Final Destination.
Mixed,
Final Destination cook-off.
What's the movie with Jake Gyllenhaal?
I was gonna say.
What's the ice movie with Jake Gyllenhaal? It's like next tomorrow or something like that.
Day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow.
No. This is Final Destination meets MasterChef.
I was about to say, this is the best episode of Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen.
Oh yeah.
A lot of cooking.
Look.
A lot of cooking, a lot of yelling.
The kitchen absolutely got set on fire.
This was Cutthroat Kitchen where there was the only one challenge. It was just barbecue.
Your only challenge this entire episode: survive.
You know how you want that?
That's the one mystery box challenge.
Crispy
Can you
layer
survive?
on your brisket. Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was not a good Game of Thrones episode. It was damn fun to watch. It also helped that there were a bunch of us being really obnoxious assholes.
Yeah.
And we were just making a bunch of jokes because there were so many of them.
That's true.
I thought there was a little too much dead air. There was a little too much of the silent. Everyone's looking in blank at whatever is happening.
Look, okay. I liked that a little bit. You're talking about like Cersei overlooking from the balcony.
I like that, but I'm saying like there was so much of it.
You mean like when there's a moment when Tyrion goes to Varys, like they're not talking. When Varys is writing the letter,
stuff like
it's
that.
Just
there's so
really
much, or like
so
Jon
Varys
staring at the
just,
soldiers.
Just
That was
fucking
their
break
fault,
out of there, man. Why didn't Varys just?
Varys.
You keep saying Varys.
Varys.
You keep saying Varys.
Valerius. Fucking.
No, his
Peter,
name is Beers. His name is Beers.
Look, goddamn,
Peter
Dinklage couldn't even pronounce his name correct in this episode, because he sure did not.
But I'm like Bryce. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I thought it was
better than Miss Sunday.
Miss
Sunday.
Yeah,
Did you see that? Did you see that picture?
Damn it.
Oh, let me show you. So you can laugh
go
on
on,
camera.
But I enjoyed it. I thought it was well done. That was an unintended pun. I didn't.
No,
do that.
the pun was fully intended.
No, it actually wasn't. I didn't even think about it. But goddamn, there was so much fucking bullshit.
Look. If you're watching this, if you go to my Twitter on Geekosity, same name and everything, you will see the image that I've showed them to make them laugh. It's me Sunday.
It doesn't help that that's how David Benioff pronounced her name.
Me Sunday. It's so hilarious. He lost. Look. Grey Worm in this episode. He said,
We're not there yet.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So it's like when you're playing a game of Jenga, and somebody's going to like push a piece, and you're like, "That's a bad piece. Don't hit
that one.
Don't hit that one." And that's the story writers going like, yeah, and they're like, no, that's stupid. We just started this game. And then they hit it anyway. No, they don't even hit it. They knock the tower, and rather than everyone being like, "Oh, what the," you're just looking at it like, this is so fascinating. The Jenga pieces fall off the table. It hits a frying pan. It catches your whole kitchen on fire.
Before that, he was clearly half falling over, but he was somehow saving it. He's like, I got it, you guys. I figured it out.
Breaking all the rules.
Don't help me.
No, but my biggest issue, I think, with this season is, I already said this to you guys, and that's the writing feels so much like a CW show.
Yeah, you did.
It is problematic.
Even like Cersei's characterization this season is fucking.
A spoiler part of that
confusing.
episode was very CW.
No, we're into spoilers. Like we got
No.
When we started,
I didn't even say anything
from the beginning.
I just said.
Okay.
I just said there's a spoiler section of this episode that was very CW-esque.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Wait. Did we get feelings in hallways? Did we get feelings in hallways?
We got feelings in crypts.
We got feelings in hallways.
And
the
corridors.
crypt is technically a hall. And corridors.
And
oh
courtyard.
my god.
And courtyard.
Holy shit, we did. It turned CW. Game of Thrones actually turned fucking CW.
Wait, are you gonna count the stairwell as a hallway?
Yes. So the CW trope is feelings in hallways.
It is.
Yeah,
And we got that this episode. There's feelings everywhere.
Tyrion's the scared bully kid that wants to share his thoughts and true opinions, but he can't, and he keeps second guessing himself because he doesn't have that much,
Oh
confidence
my
in himself
god,
to
they went
participate
full
in the talent
CW.
show and then get the girl.
Right, because according to Swedish custom, he's a virgin again. He's gone like 3 years without banging a woman.
Wait,
He's been a
what?
virgin for.
What?
That's a thing?
That's a joke my wife made.
It's not okay. It's not real.
No.
I
I'm
like
so
my-
shocked.
I was saying,
The
like,
look
what-
on your face is
we was like,
so
this-
funny.
can we make that in America too? Can we make it?
Fucking Swedish have reappropriated the definition of virgin because that's not how.
You're a virgin every year.
To
January
encourage
1, you're a new
people
virgin.
to screw.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed because I was looking forward to nothing, but I thought that was interesting.
All right.
It's funny you guys are interpreting this as CW because like a lot of times while watching this episode, like Cersei would sit there and she'd be like, "Everything looks fine," and then she would stop and just look at it, and in my head I would just hear,
Okay.
"Bam, bam, bam, bam," and the fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm theme would come on as she's looking at bad
right,
shit
it's a-
happen.
it's
and she's
Okay.
just, no, everything
Okay.
is totally fine with
All
her,
right.
and
You know
I
what?
do the Curb Your
Because
It's an
we not-
FX show.
We're not gonna since
That's right.
since we're okay. Now we're gonna get the spoilers. But I'm not gonna jump to that part because I really wanted to say because there is one moment where Cersei is looking out over the castle. And she's just like everything is fine, and then
Oh
they
my God,
switch the
it's
camera. They switch the camera, and you're just like,
Oh, yeah.
how are you looking at the same thing I'm looking at right
What the hell
now?
does that mean?
Like,
Dude, it's the dog. It's the dog
Yeah.
drinking the coffee.
I
Saying,
told
this is fine.
That's how I'm
It's
playing. Dave and
The
DB
room,
are
the kingdom is
straight up.
literally on fire.
They are meta as hell. Like they do not know how to write without going meta, because it's just so much meta in this, and that is you'll see that in this episode.
What is the meta you're referring to?
I'd like to know.
The meme, the fact that they just made that meme into reality
Do you
on
think-
Game of Thrones.
I don't
They did that on
think-
purpose.
I don't think it was intentional, but-
No, that shot was intentional
You
because
think
you can't go.
that's
You can't go from everything is fine, camera switch. It's just
the dragon flies
It's
down
just burning, and you're just like,
It's pretty damn close to that.
yeah, no, everything's not fine.
I don't think they did it in the
it's
moment.
literally
I don't,
not
I don't,
fine.
I don't think they knew they were doing that in the moment.
I don't know, because they've done so much other meta stuff.
But
in
okay,
this
so
show.
let's start from the beginning, from the first scene.
What was the first thing?
It was
I don't even
Varys
remember.
riding.
Oh, okay.
No, it was them arriving
Oh.
at Dragonstone and Varys
Yeah.
talking to Jon about.
No, it was before that. It was Varys writing the note about Rhaegar and the
Oh.
little bird.
Oh yeah, because we saw
Yeah,
Rhaegar
the
the first.
birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rhaegar's Aegon.
So he
Aegon,
so
yeah.
He knows. Yeah, Aegon. He knows
Well, it's son of
everything.
Rhaegar.
He's disseminating the information.
They did that to God damn it, when did they do that earlier? Did they do it with Jaime? No, they did it with Cersei and her kids, where they like at the end of book 1 or 2, they put out notes to spread the fact that they are incest baby. No, I remember. Ned did it. Ned did it when
Ned
he
said
put
the
out
baby.
that fact to state that Stannis was the rightful ruler of the Iron Throne. It's supposed to exactly
that
be
is
that.
partially why Cersei killed him,
But they
because she
did a
was not
shit
happy
job.
with that.
Well, no, Cersei didn't kill him. Cersei
No,
wanted
no.
him to go back to the north.
Cersei was part of the reason why Jaime
No,
fucking
what the
offed
fuck
his
are you
head.
doing?
I believe
Joffrey offed his head.
Not Jaime,
Cersei-
Joffrey. I mean,
Cersei
Yeah.
straight up said she didn't want to do that. She wanted him to go back so they could have a hold over her. They said that every opportunity.
okay,
they could.
true.
So shut up,
okay,
Bryce.
You're right. My bad. Because I don't know, man. Because like,
No, Joffrey did that because he lost control. Joffrey
Yeah.
did that because he was a little bitch, and everyone was like, "Joffrey, what are you doing?" But we're not talking
okay,
about.
yeah.
I can spend 2
at
hours
this
talking
point,
about
yeah,
Joffrey.
we can spend so much time going on
It's
book.
about
Let's
episode
get
3 of season 1.
Jesus.
okay.
What?
Or, yeah, it was.
No, season 4 was the Purple Wedding. That was like season 4 episode.
No, I was
No.
talking about Ned.
Ned, that's not episode 3.
It's like 4 or something, man.
For
Wait,
what?
what?
Really?
What are you
For the
talking
death
about?
of Ned.
No, that's
Ned
episode
is
nine.
out.
I
It's
thought
season
it was
1, episode 9.
That's
That's
what I thought.
penultimate.
Death-
No,
Dead Ned
so
is
okay,
9.
so I was
Yeah.
saying this earlier. The Game of Thrones, what made Game of Thrones like Game of Thrones was that they always saved the hugest moment for the penultimate episode,
Yeah.
so that you got that second
right.
episode,
So
you got that last
resolution.
episode, yeah,
Epilogue.
and you really got that, and we're clearly not going to get that this time.
No, you're gonna.
We're going to get the biggest moment next
You're
episode.
going 100%. You're guaranteed to be blue ball.
But it's the finale.
But
It's the series
I don't-
finale.
Yeah, but you want to.
there's no resolution. There's not going to be real
Can
resolution.
you name one thing this season that's been shocking? I don't even consider Arya killing the Night King to be shocking.
No,
Because-
when
But
they
like
tried
the-
to burn him with the dragon flame and then he came out smiling. That was fucking awesome.
It wasn't shocking. It was just cool.
It was
shockingly
cool.
Okay, shocking, but it was absolutely it wasn't a this is done for the sake of
No.
the story, the
Just a
plot.
cool
It was just like, okay, we're gonna
Yeah,
have
it wasn't
him
the
survive.
Red Wedding. It wasn't
Because-
any of these. So there's something shocking that's gonna happen in the final episode, is what I believe.
Oh, it is. I'm not gonna. I know
Drogon switches
spoilers, but I'm not
sides
gonna.
with
John.
Fucking-
I want that to happen so
fucking-
badly.
I want the
There's no setup for
craziest
that
shit to
anymore.
happen.
I know, and I hate
Okay,
it.
so
Yeah.
let's talk about.
I'd actually be disappointed at this point.
Can
If
we-
there were any like little hints leading up to that this season so far, I would
Of what?
If dragons changing allegiances or like
I would
don't
love
know,
to see that though.
fucking Coral
So can-
Drogo
so-
comes
so
back
let's-
from the grave.
let-
Coral Drogo.
Let's
Yeah.
talk real quick about the fact that when we say also not, it's not just fillers and hallways that make this season CW. There's the fact that there's just legit this weird romance that popped up between Danny and John so quickly, but then
Well, they're in
John
love.
hates
They're in love. Thank
John,
you very
they're in
much.
love within the matter of couple weeks. They're in love, and then all of a sudden, I don't like you anymore. You need to betray your family for me.
Wait.
I'm your queen.
Yeah,
Like,
she's my queen though.
She,
He does say
She's
that a
like,
lot.
bruh,
Queen.
all John has done this entire season is be on his
I don't
knees.
want it.
That's all he's done is on his knees this entire season. He's done
Yeah.
nothing. Because I asked this question and I asked y'all, maybe it's, I don't know, it might be a better question. Maybe if you guys want to answer it after next week's episode. Why was John brought back from the dead? Because we haven't got the reason why yet.
Okay, so the I think the overarching theory is that because the prince that was promised is supposed to kill the Night King, right? And the overarching theory right now is that Arya was being commanded by John throughout the entire time.
Yeah.
So
But
but
then-
yelling, he's like go go, and he's like instructing her. So
Okay,
it
so
was
there's
all
the-
physical
gathering
him
every
But
Sorry.
there's also the problem is, see, the problem with this is, and what they did. So the translation is prince or princess because there's no gender difference between the words and what's their tongue, their native tongue?
Common?
No, what Daenerys speaks, the native.
Valerian?
Yes.
That's
So
so
in that, Valerian.
You're
they-
about to say Venerean.
There's no difference.
There's no
between he or
difference between
she.
yeah.
Venereal, yeah, she speaks venereal.
Yeah.
So
She's very fluent in,
the
goddamn
translation is prince or princess, which only meant between Daenerys or John. Where the hell does Arya come in at? And everybody's like, well, she's been training for years. So you mean to tell me people who have been fighting for way longer than her get murdered with ease?
Less training.
But she
Less
just
weapons.
somehow she's a superhero. She's a legit superhero of Westeros. Like, this episode, she had the ultimate plot armor in this episode. To the point,
wait,
no,
that
the
horse.
The horse had the
That
horse.
horse did
I was about to say, like,
That horse is
her plot
plot
armor.
had fucking plate mail.
The horse had dragon scale.
Dragon
He had
scale.
dragon scale
Like
plot
fucking
armor.
members only RuneScape level, like super armor.
He had that horse had Disney. What's the exclusive club at Disney? Disneyland.
the 26 Club or
Yeah,
whatever it's
like
called.
that had membership to 26 Club where it's like I can never die now.
That's,
Like,
yeah.
That's how do you have that level of plot armor when the entire city
I mean, we're still not there yet, but
oh my god, like
We're getting
because what else is there to talk about? That was the only thing in this episode that happened.
well, hold on. Varys.
Except Varys
got
dying.
murdered.
So
Varys got murdered.
Varys gets murdered.
Which was
Then what happens?
it was foretold. Varys got murdered and was foretold in season 7 when she literally said, "Didn't you betray the last king?" He says yes, but for whatever reason, she says, "Well, if you betray me, you will die." That was that. It was like, come on, that was just straight. That was why I say poor writing didn't start this season, because that was not a Game of Thrones statement. That wasn't a Game of Thrones conversation. That was we pretty much know what's gonna happen to Varys now. Like he's gonna die by her hands by betraying her. That's kind of obvious by your dialogue right there. And that wasn't what Game of Thrones was
Plot
about.
exposition.
Yeah, it was real. It was real on the nose, and it's just like that has honestly gotten even worse because it's gotten worse this season because they've been rushing everything. Like everything's been so condensed that they have to make explicit statements. Before Game of Thrones was, they can talk around what they're trying to mean, because you get the sense of what they're saying without them saying it, and you're trying to pick out the pieces of, okay, well, did they really mean this? Like, no one really knew Peter Baelish was gonna freaking be the cause of everything in the very beginning. No one knew what he had done until seasons later, when you're like, holy crap, you caused all of this by just using your words and convincing people to do things. You didn't catch that because it was so well hidden.
Yep.
But this, you're just like, okay, well, this is going to happen. This person is going to do this. This person is going to do that. Because the dialogue's so on the nose, especially this season. But this episode was still fun to watch. We're just going to keep going back to that. Because everyone burned.
So Varys burns, and then they start lining up the armies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Tyrion
Tyrion tells her to not do that. To to let them give them a chance to surrender.
If the bells ring.
Yeah, if the bells ring, surrender.
Chill the fuck out.
And so she's like, and she just looks at Grey Worm and she's like, go out, wait for me outside.
Well, yeah,
you know what it's gonna do.
Yeah,
she's like, I'm here.
Hey,
I'm here.
Hey,
we're here.
You saw them kill her, and Grey Worm's like yes,
I lost my Sunday. So
yeah, I lost my son. As he orders an espresso to be brought to his fucking battle preparation quarters.
Oh my god! So
all right, but don't forget though, there was the moment between Tyrion and Jaime who got captured again.
Oh wait, no, but before that, there's Daenerys so there's Daenerys and Jon. This is the moment that it basically all went downhill for them. Like, it had already been going, but it just completely hit rock bottom at this point.
They both know they're related.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And then they're like, all right, you know what?
No.
I still love you.
No. Daenerys is like, I don't care, because you gotta remember, Daenerys, her family, that's common, that's normal for family to be with each other. Jon is not, and that goes back all the way to season 1, where he couldn't even sleep with a girl because he was afraid, because that knowledge that his mom was out there and he didn't know who she could be, so he couldn't even sleep with a woman just because of that weirdness.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know if the woman he'd be sleeping with would be his sister or his cousin.
Oh yeah, he didn't know who his mom. Yeah, it was he had a weird thing, and so
that's in the book. That's a specific.
No. It was in the show. Like they talked about it.
He's like, hey,
they made fun of him because he couldn't sleep with a prostitute.
That's so weird.
Jon is a weird kid, man.
Jon is a
very weird kid.
That's what happens when you're raised around a terrible mother who hates you and a guy who tells you who's your dad, but he isn't.
But he won't tell you who your mom is
because Catelyn is a horrible.
She's
awful
not.
Person.
She's really not.
Terrible mother, bad human
Doesn't
being.
she become a fucking zombie in the books?
I didn't get that far. She becomes an idiot.
She actually has a way better story arc in the books than she does in the show.
Most of it so far is annoying and the same as the show.
Because you've read 2 books, right?
2.5.
Yeah, books 3 and 4 are her story arc continues. I mean, she does still die, of course, but
I thought she died in 3.
Alright, can I break down a couple of massive issues?
Oh wait, so let me finish the Daenerys. Let me finish the Daenerys and Jon.
The Daenerys scene?
Yeah, so
the Daenerys scene.
The Daenerys and Jon scene.
No, I like the Daenerys comparison. The Daenerys scene.
So pretty much, Jon tells her like, I still love you, because she's basically like, oh, that's only love. You know, everyone in Westeros loves you. They fear me, and he's like, well, I love you, and she's like, okay, and she's like, well, do you love me, or do you only love me because I'm your queen? She tries to kiss him. They kiss, and he's like, nah, this is awkward. I'm good.
I don't like the Wincest right now.
Yeah, he's not. I'm not for the win. I'm not for it.
He kind of hesitates, and then she's like going for his lip, and he's like.
He's like, no,
gross, like a child that you're feeding like broccoli to. He's like,
it was like watching two kids who have no idea what they're doing on the playground, trying to feel their way around a kiss for the first time.
While like all the playground's fucking watching them, and
it is so odd. And it's like, I don't like this. Yeah. So she realizes it, and she steps back, and she's like, fear it is. Like,
that was a weird moment.
That's a
okay. So now you're gonna fucking make everyone in Westeros fear you, which is just gonna lead to your death. Duh.
And then it was basically an hour of crispy fun barbecue day.
Yeah, it's the ultimate cook-off.
Yeah. And then, so pretty much they line up the armies, and then the rest of the episode is
Look,
just
the
one
end
thing.
of the story for I'm just gonna get into massive spoilers here.
Yeah, let's just jump
Already
into
in
it.
this- spoilers.
Yeah, we're jumping into
the,
it.
The end of the arc of Jamie and Cersei sucked.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It did suck.
And
Absolutely.
Cersei did not get a last hurrah. She did not get her justified end.
I wanted her to
She
have
was
a
a
trial.
massive
There was-
character that everyone's wanted dead forever.
And there was no
and they gave it was the
resolution.
shittiest death.
There was no character. Like,
And
I-
on top of that, Arya, who has wanted her dead, and it seems like the person who's gonna kill her, goes up, and then the Hound is like, fucking turn around, and then
Like,
goes and has this
But
like.
by the way, and that's another
earthquake
thing,
porn.
character-wise, Arya, her character made zero sense this episode because she's this iron will, unbreakable, no, I do what the fuck I want, and the Hound's just like, no, just turn around. And she's like,
Okay.
okay, thank you. Like,
right,
what?
thank you
was
for
weird.
keeping me alive. By like, it was there's so like I said, writing is the characters weren't the characters in this episode. Like you get, I know Zach. He really feels like Cersei was being Cersei up until the end, but
I
I'm
do.
just like.
And we only got the internal struggle with Jon barely in this episode, which makes zero sense because
Yeah.
Jon goes nuts if something doesn't follow his fucking code of honor.
Well, and there was a good part where
So
he killed the guy.
yeah,
who
no.
shot
So
Jim.
But that's why I said we get a little bit.
yeah, with John,
That's what I'm struggling.
with John, I think it was this episode. Like the big thing with John this episode was so he's already. You know, it's already being planted in his mind that he should be the rightful king by multiple people telling him, like, you're better. Like, that conversation with Varys, he said, I don't know where her coin is going to fall. Varys, whatever.
Beers.
I don't know where her coin is going to fall. I know where yours is. And he's like, and that, to John, he's like, I don't want it, but it's the same way when he became king of the North. He didn't want it, but people are telling him, like, you're the best thing for us. You're going to help us. You're going to save us. And so this is planning in John's head. And then you have Daenerys who's out here basically telling him, oh, your sister's the reason why Varys is dead. She's just as much to blame. And you can see the look. He's like, no, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But he's trying, like he wants to live up to the honor of I love you
Also,
and you're my queen.
If anything, Jon, following his own character, should have been like, no, I'm the reason.
Yeah.
It's me. He should have actually owned up to it because that's Jon's way.
And
Because instead he just stood there like shocked.
because
Like,
the John that we knew before would have never sat there and walked into King's Landing knowing the plan where they're just gonna murder innocent people.
Yeah.
that was never the plan, though.
No, that was Daenerys' plan. That her,
No,
I
Bryce,
think
according
that's
to your
what-
own wording, if they don't say it in the show, it's not real.
oh my gosh. Okay.
That's what you get.
You're right. But I think John's smart enough to understand that if she no, you don't think so?
No.
Okay.
John is
All
quite
right.
dim-witted.
All right. Yes, he is. They've actually
He's
said
really
that.
slow.
They've actually
They've
said
done
that.
that.
When the redhead
Yeah.
pretty much said she wanted to bang him, he was like, "Oh, I don't know, I'm not feeling it.
Okay.
I know nothing."
I think, like, for me, it was like, we did see when it crumbled for John. We saw when everything hit rock bottom, when he walked up, and this is before even Grey Worm did what he did. He walked up and he sees these men standing in front of him, and he's just looking like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to have my men die for this. And so he's really looking at them, and he's like, man, just, you can see it, like he's hoping, lay down your swords. So no one has to die here.
Yep.
I
And
thought
then
that was
Grey
a good
Worm.
scene.
It was
That was
great.
a good
Yeah.
scene.
That was John. And then Grey Worm does what he does, which is in the most out of character for Grey Worm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I get it. Grey Worm's upset. He's angry, and he's watched the woman that he loved get her freaking head chopped off and thrown and tossed off of a freaking building.
Great moment.
That's an awesome moment. But to have a group of men who lay down their swords and say, I'm not going to fight you, and then to just toss a spear at one and start the war anyway.
I feel that
Like-
was premeditated though. I don't think that was just like.
And that's why I said,
Well, there's a huge issue, again, back to the season, and that's the showrunners took out all the complexity of the characters.
Yeah.
Because it's not, Grey Worm has lost all complexity. He is now just an instrument. He is just a tool, and nothing more.
They only have 6 episodes.
And with
That's their fault.
with Miss Sunday dead. Like
No, it's his Sunday. When you talk about it from his perspective, his
Sorry,
Sunday
for
is
his
dead.
Sunday.
Was his Sunday.
Well-
Now it's
when
this
his Sunday hit the ground, his poor ice cream, his Sunday.
Couldn't even save the cone.
Oh, nope.
Ants already on it, dirt everywhere. There's no saving it.
5-second rule.
But
can't
still,
bring it
even
back.
then, you didn't get any complexity. You didn't get any after bits where he's just like in his personal chambers, just fucking pissed and just angry and has this deep-seated rage. It showed none of that.
Yeah.
Now, yes, it showed a little bit on his face of how angry he was, but
We didn't.
but we didn't get the full
Yeah.
impact.
And
of how it hit him.
that was what we're missing with this being
That's-
so
That's
quick.
prior seasons of Game of Thrones. What they would do, they would do the aftermath, emotional aftermath,
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
for a lot
Yeah.
of these powerful scenes.
Because it's
That's what freaks me out actually about where we are right now is that something should happen next episode that I would expect an epilogue of emotional aftermath, and knowing that it's over, I'm not disappointed. I'm looking forward to it, but
Even the
you're not
scene-
gonna get that. You're
Even
not
the
gonna
scene,
get that.
which I didn't pay too much attention to because it just lost me, where Daenerys was just like, oh, this was the only thing she owned.
Oh, the chain.
Who did she throw it in the fire?
No, Grey Worm did.
Yeah, Grey.
it was an
Made
awkward
zero
moment.
sense.
It was an awkward moment because it's like, first off,
There's no symbolism there.
Why do you
She's
still
saying,
have
"Let it all
that?"
burn.
because she doesn't have that. For one, we've never seen Missandei walk around with that collar. We've seen Grey Worm keep his collar, but we've never seen her walk around with hers. So for her to grab it,
That would've been interesting.
you know what it was? It was very reminiscent of Fury and the baseball cards for Coulson with the team. It was like, oh, I'm gonna give you this symbol.
Yes, Avengers 1.
Yeah, and it was very reminiscent of that. Granted, in that movie, it was done better because we got a moment right after that where someone called him out on it, and he explained, "Well, I had to do it."
Yeah,
With this one, it was just
I faked it to make it.
yeah. This one, it was just like, all right, this is so important to us, and then next scene. It just,
Yeah, and then she gives it to him. I don't remember that very well because I did phase out during that too.
Just that scene
She gives
lost
it to
me.
him, and he throws it in the fire. Like what? Like that would have been a funny scene where like she gives it to him. She's like, yeah, this is the last thing that she owned. And he throws it in the fire, and she's like, what the fuck? Did you not just hear me?
like I was cracking jokes the whole time. Like, man, if they just let me write this, I'll just have everybody cracking up watching this episode. Because I'm like, when you watch through all the craziness that was happening in the city. Every time when we're doing a podcast, that thing
Always
goes
forget
off.
Every
about
time when we watch Game of Thrones,
It
what
goes
was that?
off. That's the
Okay.
best part of the show.
I made that joke too. You're like, that's my favorite part. DualShock 4 disconnected.
I didn't wait.
So during
29 minutes.
during
There it
during all the craziness that's happening in the city, the burning, the murdering, the freaking just
That was awesome.
the desolation that's happening.
When she
You're just-
destroyed all of the ballistas, when she took out all those scorpions,
Right, which is like okay.
fucking awesome.
All
Oh,
of
yeah, I
that.
had
So
a huge
okay, let's talk
anxiety.
about that. So she
Yeah.
goes in and she's blowing up the ballistas. She's blowing up everything, which is like that's cool. That's smart. Destroy the scorpions.
Yep.
And what's his name? The Qyburn.
Qyburn.
Qyburn's like she's like, oh, we're good, and he's like, yeah, they're all gone.
Well, we
And
have
she-
the fleet.
He was like, yeah, the
The fleet
fleet's
is on
burning.
fire.
He's like, the fleet's burning right now. She's like,
My men will fight harder than the rest.
and he's just like, yeah, I think we should go. And Qyburn is the only smart one of this moment because he's really just like, bitch, we lost.
Yeah.
We need to get out of here. And so she's destroying everything.
She's
That's
destroying
great.
the Red Keep and watching that fall.
No. We haven't got. I'm saying she's destroying the outer stuff.
Oh,
And then they
I figured this whole scene was just
get
the
to the moment where the two armies are standing in each other, and that was a great smart plan.
Everyone hears too. Like even she heard ring the bell. Ring
Yeah,
the bell.
and the bell rings because the plan. It was smart. It was smart on Cersei to have them corral them into a small space.
oh wait, we skipped the conversations.
What conversation? I barely.
When
Oh,
Tyrion told Jamie to ring the bell.
oh my
Yeah,
God!
and
Jamie didn't ring the bell.
Oh,
I don't
that
think
was
Jamie
a
ringed it.
waste of a moment.
How?
Because we don't know who
They
rung
had this
it.
cry
We don't even know who
afterward.
rung the bell, which is
No.
which was the bad part of that. Like you set it up and we get no payoff.
Did they
I forget.
know that?
How did? Well, that's a city thing. The city people know.
Oh yeah, bringing the bell surrender. Yeah, if you bring the bell.
That's a known fact.
So
because
We
Tyrion
did not
said that.
get, was it Pacheco's gun?
Pachenko's gun.
Pacheco's gun?
Chekhov's.
Chekhov's
Chekhov's
gun?
We didn't get a Chekhov's gun moment.
We didn't
at
get a
all. We
Chekhov's
didn't get the
gun,
payoff.
but they talk about the fucking bell, and Jamie ringing the fucking bell. They look at the bell, and everyone's like, "That's the gun. That's the bell." The fucking episode's called The Bells.
And we never get it.
And then we don't actually get Jamie or anything. Like, he could have rung the bell himself.
Yeah.
And actually...
And then she just kept killing everybody.
Yeah.
Which is like, so we get
Which would
these
be a
two.
bigger sense of betrayal.
Yeah.
Yes, that
And we
would've
get-
been,
we
that
get
would-
these
actually
two-
would have had a nice...
Especially if Tyrion saw him up top, like, I rang the bell.
Oh, there's also this moment. So there's this moment where Cersei is looking out and Daenerys is sitting on top of the tower and she's just watching. And I'm just like, they can see each other. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
They have super sight. They can see each other right now. They're just looking
It's not like
eye
they
to
do that in a
eye.
bunch of other shows.
Like, and so, but you have these two armies that are staring each other down, and then what you get is the bell ring. So, okay, surrender. And you can see Daenerys, she's like, all right, cool, they surrender. And then she's just looking. And she's looking, and her face, in a great acting moment, her face starts to contort more and more in rage. And because you can see the gears turning up, just thinking of every single thing that has ever been done to her family by everybody in King's Landing. And she's just like, you just see her, she snaps, and the dragon launches. And at the same time, Grey Worm, everybody sees the dragon coming.
Yeah.
And Grey Worm he looks, and you know this was about to happen because once again it's camera shots. So you get the Red Army, right?
The Lannister army?
The Lannister army. Well, you get the first dude who laid down his sword in the Lannister army. He turns around, he looks at his men, and they shoot him from the back.
No, the guys who had the funny helmets, that was the
That's the
the
Lannister.
Those are the Lannisters.
I thought that
You
was
think
the
about
guard.
the
The
golden...
guard
No, the Golden Army died in the front.
No, that's the Cell Swords. Because there were three armies in this battle. There was the Golden Company, the Lannister army, and then the City
fleet.
Guard.
Oh, the city guard.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. These were definitely the Lannister.
Yeah,
Well,
they
the
red
Lannister
and
army
gold.
is the city guard.
Yeah, they are
Oh, no,
the city
they're
guard.
still different because they wear different colors.
Well,
They
this
have
is
different
red and gold. So this
Yeah.
is the Lannister army. So the dude who laid down his sword first, he turns around. I don't know what he's doing. He's talking to him, whatever. He turns around because they see the dragon. So he turns around, is looking. It shoots back to Grey Worm, and he's just, you can see he's like he's made the decision. Turns back, dude turns around, and then it shoots back to Grey Worm, and he tosses the spear, catches it, and launches his
Well, that's
ass.
after they've laid down all their weapons.
Yeah,
Right now,
yeah.
I'm saying the shot composition of how we knew it was
I
about to
think
happen.
It would have been better if there was a reason why he if there was more of a push as to why he wanted to kill maybe that individual soldier. Like maybe he was standing up there,
Sure.
maybe he was smirking, maybe
Or
he was doing something.
Maybe if there was a
Zero.
conversation between him and John about Grey Worm saying they're not going to honor, they're going to betray us when we're least expecting it.
Right,
That's what they do.
something. But you just get Grey Worm, he flips the spear and launches it at the dude. And
Cool, Mom. Cool.
great moment.
Cool
It was a
throw.
really great throw. So it was.
Fucking impaled.
I
that dude.
still say Night King has the best throw, but
Well, of course he does.
Yeah, that's
No one can ice
he
impale a dragon.
OP throws.
so Night King has a Peyton Manning arm. Grey Worm is more like Eli. But so he had so Grey Worm, and so then you see John, and it shoots to John, and John's like fuck. This is gonna go bad so quickly. Holy shit, this is gonna go bad so quickly. And then the Lannister army picks up their weapons because the moment Grey Worm launches it, everybody starts running, and
All
John's
the Northmen come attacking.
right, and John's like, no, he's trying to tell the Northmen, no, don't do this, no, stop, don't do this, and then it's just like, and then somebody runs up to him, and he's just like, he slices them, and he's like, fuck, all right, I guess I'm murdering people today again. And you can see like that was the crack, that was it. John said, I'm done. John was like, because he's looking, it was that moment, and then when he looked at Davos, that moment when he saw Davos, and he just said, he put the sword up, he's like, I'm done, let's get out of here, because she's, what we got was Daenerys literally burning everyone. She didn't care who it was. She didn't care if it was King's Landing people, She didn't care if it's her people,
The Northerners.
the Northerners. She didn't care. She just burning everyone in her path.
She
To
destroyed.
the point where she almost burned John.
She destroyed everything, and it was glorious.
Almost
It was,
Arya.
and then we have Arya, who's literally running through it all. Everyone else is dying except her.
You skipped the part. You skipped the part. You skipped.
The Soul Calibur fight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Clegane Bowl.
Okay.
Clegane Bowl.
Okay, so if somebody else wants to jump in and talk, I've been talking. So,
Well, I mean, it's literally
There's not much to talk
they-
about.
I mean,
well, they got
the mountain
That's
got
You
one kill this episode,
Finally got to see the mountain's face.
and he got one kill. So what? Who got kill counts? Arya got 0.
Sandor and Gregor each got 1.
No. Sandor killed all the Kingsguard.
Yeah, no, Sandor got no, because it was 3, so he got 4. He got 4.
No, he got 5. There were 4. There were 5 Kingsguard total, I think, because he killed 4 dudes and then the mountain.
Okay, so
Jamie got 1.
That was a great fight.
Hey,
though.
okay. Euron got 1 too, because Jamie was gonna die.
Now,
regardless.
but Daenerys got that
I was
kill.
a huge fan of actually how
Euron got no.
Yeah, like, he was
Jamie was gonna
proud of
die.
himself.
Jamie was gonna die.
Yeah.
Euron got that kill.
Euron was. I love how he went out laughing, being like, "I'm the man that killed Jaime Lannister," and then he dies.
Yeah.
Right.
See,
And I thought that was fantastic
look,
to his
Bryce,
character.
If you're playing Smash
agree,
and you have one stock left and you kill yourself, did you die from the other one? No, you committed suicide. They didn't win. If I get stabbed and then I shoot myself in the head,
It's like when y'all concede in Madden and you say, "Well, you didn't win."
You didn't win. I just didn't lose.
No,
counting,
Euron took that W.
Win.
So if we're not counting Daenerys' kill count, I'm gonna
Hers is about 200,
She has
300,000.
a KD ratio.
I'm gonna
that's
say
fucking
that Grey Worm probably has one of the highest kill counts in this.
Grey Worm has
this
a
In
episode.
this episode, yeah.
If we're not counting the dragon.
Yeah.
Because Grey Worm killed. He murdered a bunch of people in the beginning when they ran through the gate,
Yep.
and then
He got first blood.
he got first blood,
first
and then he
blood.
got first blood again. Which should have told you something. Like, he's just like, dude.
Alright, so here's the thing. I had this huge issue with the entire attack on the city because they almost stuck with the same exact fucking strategy.
Yep.
Near identical. But now she takes on the fleet by herself. What is the difference aside from, I now know they have ballista?
She surprised the
She got a bit surprised.
She
but-
did.
But
she did
even
kill
then,
all
it
of the
didn't, like, she dodged that shit effortlessly.
Yep,
And it's not
that's
even
true.
like they
That
caught him
happened to
super
her.
off guard. They were expecting it, and
And
nothing.
that's what I said.
And then even the ballistas at the gates didn't even notice, hey, the dragon's coming. How's about we have all 20 of these things point in its general direction and fire at the same time, like they
a
did
volley.
at the prior episode. Same thing on
but
the boats.
the prior episode made sense because they got them on surprise. And
No.
the dragons
It
were
did. It didn't make sense because of the simple fact that she forgot. Like, I'm sorry, that was their reasoning in the recap. She forgot. So you mean to tell me you have Tyrion, Varys, Jon, you have freaking Theon. Well, no, Theon's dead. I'm tripping. You have pretty much everyone who knew that that Euron's fleet destroyed her fleet in season 7, which is only a couple months ago. You know that she said they told her that Cersei has the Golden Army.
Right, but they didn't know that the scorpions were
they
being
didn't
developed.
know that
No, it's not the scorpions though.
But
That's
that's
not.
the reason
But
why they died.
no. How do you forget when your fucking dragon was hit with it by Bronn the first time? You mean to tell me, are you that dumb to
No,
think
but
that
it
they're not going to create more of these?
But it didn't do a whole lot of damage.
Yes, it did.
I'm not too
Yes, it did.
mad.
It didn't kill Drogon, did
It
it?
didn't kill him, but because one ballista clipped his wing and made him hit the ground.
Right, but if it didn't kill
made
him,
but
she destroyed it and she killed everyone.
But
who
that's
used
that,
it.
that but to think to be this conqueror, to have all of these people around you who are conquerors, who are your help, who are supposed to be your strategic mind, to have none of them think they might probably make more of these.
Did they even know? Did anyone other than Daenerys' close people know about it?
You mean to tell me you don't think somebody
Tyrion
said?
was there.
Yeah, Tyrion was there. He
Tyrion
walked, remember
was there.
he talked to Jamie.
Varys is dead.
But you mean to tell me none of them
Well,
said?
prior, no, Varys was still alive at the point.
That's what I'm saying. Like that was just it was such poor storytelling to literally say she forgot about something that was a plot element that was
know.
so important.
I don't know if you can have them say they could have predicted they would make more super scorpions that could kill the dragons. Maybe it would have been understandable if they said they could make super scorpions that could hurt them pretty badly and take them out of commission, but not that would straight up kill them.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit of a stretch to say
Yeah,
they're probably going to make a shitload of them and kill our
the
dragons.
biggest
like
issue though is that again, she attacked with 2 dragons. Yes, one got caught off guard, but most of them had had already fired.
Yeah.
Right. So
Why is it that now with just 1 dragon instead of 2, it works perfectly for her?
Because when she attacked last time, they had hit scan.
they had aimbot.
Hot fixed it. And
They had aimbot last time.
They're like, we gotta.
Now they're
we gotta
projectiles
nerf those fucking.
Now
they
they're
were-
projectiles with hitboxes.
So last time
The entire
they were
wingspan's
last time they were controlling the scorpions with a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
This
And
time
they switched to controller.
This time they had a controller, so
Yeah.
it was clearly like they were off.
No.
They
I
were
don't know.
off.
They went to joysticks this time because
Yeah.
someone said it was a better idea.
There were several moments where they
Just
had
had
them
a
loaded,
touchpad.
and then it's like, oh, they're ready to fire right now, pointed in the direction, and immediately burned. They couldn't even get off 1 shot.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, well, hang on, but...
They were loading them up like fucking auto clips last time. Like it was just like boop shoot. It was just like how are y'all even loading these this quickly?
I don't think they loaded them that quickly. They just had a shitload of them.
Nah, they was reloading.
Wait a second.
They was reloading.
So Bran can see the future.
No, he
He
can't.
can't see
He
the
can't see
future.
the
He
future.
says he only lives in the past.
Okay, never mind.
He can
You can
only
see
see
the
the present.
past and
Because I was
present.
say, Bran, you're
He
a
just-
fucking asshole if you knew shit was gonna
Okay.
happen. You didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dr. Man, you know the future. You didn't change it.
So there's the meme of Brad. There's the meme that is a meme. Is he's sitting in front of the tree and he's like, "Fuck, I forgot to tell them about Euron."
Oh yeah, he did know they were making the scorpions though. He should have told them that.
See?
Fine, I'll give you that.
Brad has
Bran
no point in
should
this
have known,
entire
actually.
Bran should-
show.
Bran
In
should
this
be
entire
like-
season, he has 0 points.
There's a
Zero.
moment where he's like, oh yeah, I should tell you all, they have giant crossbows that could kill.
What, Bran
dragons."
comes in next episode with Sansa, and
Hey,
maybe
sorry,
she's
I
like, so,
forgot to
oh,
tell
he's
you
like,
about the crossbows.
It's
It's
so
like,
did you know about the
this?
crossbows?
oh, I forgot.
No, then he looks back, and in the moment he should look back and like, oh yeah, I didn't look back at that one. I thought Euron was dead. Did you even know who Euron was? Not until right now when I looked at him.
Yeah.
Like, but that just goes to show you how so many characters in this season were they were just written off. They were just in terms, even if they were there, they were written off. Bran was written off this entire season because he's useless. He's there to make two important statements.
They ruined his character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that was ruined again by this season. It's just CW. They lose all complexity. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually really interested to see how the book will end it.
If he ever gets to it.
He'll never end it. He'll die before he does.
He's gonna die.
I don't know. Okay. I think so, but I'm gonna be honest
Diabetes.
with you. I truly think
Was he got one more book left or two?
two.
Got
So
two.
I think
Oh, yeah, he'll be dead.
I think Winds of Winter is finished, and I think he's waiting because for one, George has not liked the way the direction of the show for the last couple of years. He has not liked the direction.
Because
of
yeah,
the
there's
show.
not enough
fault.
tits and ass and sex.
So
There's not enough 15-year-olds getting raped.
so
Did you notice once they passed the book, there was a lot less sex scenes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Plus, like underage rape.
and I think he has the book sitting because because that actually happens in publishing where they'll have a book. The publisher will be like, okay, you have this book. We have this book we want to put out, but it's not the right time. So we'll sit on it and wait. So I think he's sitting on it, and he's like, okay, when the series ends, we'll announce it.
I'm gonna one up you on that one, Bryce. He hasn't finished writing it because he said, I'm gonna finish it when the show is done, so I have nothing else distracting
I
me.
think he's finished it. I think he's finished because he said it wasn't going to be finished in 2015, but a lot of it was done already.
And I'll bet
He-
I'll
I
bet
bet
so-
you he's
All
going
right,
back.
Because
wanna
he wrote a prequel. He wrote an entire freaking prequel in
right,
the time.
because then he's not gonna put out any more spoilers, and he's not going to
Alright.
appease those HBO assholes.
I actually have. I want to talk a little bit about potential stuff, speculation for the next episode.
Yeah.
This is
I
a
think
great
that's-
time.
Okay.
By the way,
I'm
I
gonna
think
be quiet. I'm gonna be
this-
quiet
this
because I
episode-
actually
this
know.
episode's pretty well dressed.
Deathpool update. I'm out one. Who's out another? Technically, I have one that's almost assured, and that is Sam and company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stated Bran and Arya would both live. And I think I said Sansa would live too. So far, I'm 3 for 3.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I forgot who I said would live. I mean, I forgot.
I think you also said Liana.
Oh, I did say Liana
me,
Mormont
with
was.
me.
Yeah.
I did.
Good
well,
job.
we're out.
I
We're definitely
joked
out.
and changed and said, "Oh, Jakan Hagar," but that's no,
That's cheating.
So
You
yeah,
can't
no,
kill the
I
many-faced
think-
god.
I hope
think
it's revealed
I'm-
he's not the many-faced god. That'd be a great moment.
Well,
I mean-
they haven't really brought that up again in that.
No,
They're
they
not.
dropped that. They dropped. Yeah, that's done.
Angers me.
I mean, I wanted to see more about the
Also,
Red
Arya-
Priest because the
Arya-
Red Priest was supposed to be. It's a big theme.
She doesn't. She lost it.
Also,
she
yeah, Arya
doesn't have it
too.
anymore.
It shouldn't like I don't know why she's so afraid of dying now or just fearful. She wasn't that way before, and that completely changed in this
Maybe
episode.
That does.
And it was just terrible to see her like whimpering, trying to run away from the force of nature, even though she's dealt with a worse force of nature.
Oh my god! I just thought of the best fucking thing that could ever happen. So okay, I think everybody here is in agreement that they've kind of fucked up thus far.
Yeah.
In one way or another, this is not how we wanted it to go. I just thought of, this is an alternate universe, and I know this is not what's going to happen, but this would be the most brilliant fucking thing that could happen. Okay? Next week, we watch the episode, and you're like, what? Okay, it's over. Then a week later, another episode comes out.
A secret episode.
They lied about the 6-episode thing because everybody knew they thought it was going to be 6 episodes this entire time,
Media
and it's
companies have
actually
done
a fucking.
If they were
10-episode
smart,
season.
if they were
what if
smart,
at
they
the
would
end-
do it.
What if at the end of the next one, Bran comes in and then he teleports himself back to his current Bran? And it's like the plan.
Oh my god! What if it's meta and Bran goes back and they're like, no, actually, season 8 wasn't real.
Oh my god!
And they were like, didn't this seem like what if the final episode they're like, didn't that seem all too coincidental and everybody's just teleporting around, you dumb fucks? Like
He gets out of his
nobody figures
wheelchair.
That Bran was just like
He gets out the
fucking
wheelchair
this.
like I was playing the whole time.
That's what I hope happens.
The
It's
fact
like,
that-
And then he just,
No, and then
but he
it's
does,
revealed
but he does say this.
that
I'm sorry,
that
Hordor.
it's actually Bandersnatch.
Hordor?
Oh
Who the
my
fuck
God.
is Hordor? What? Who's Hordor?
Hoard the door.
Hordor.
Horse
Hordor.
on the other side of the
Hordor.
door.
There
That's
you
what
go.
the,
Hordor.
Yeah, no, he said Hordor. His name is not
Hordor.
No, that's a separate character. That's the one that loved horrors on the other side of the door. So when he looked, he went,
Hordor! Hordor!
All right, so let me ask y'all, because I won't participate in the
Damn.
spoiler in the second
That'd be the
section.
most brilliant thing they could have
what
done.
I think would be fantastic
Because we do have to ask this question.
would
now.
be in the next episode if Arya seems set to just kill Daenerys, right?
Danny, yeah.
Yeah, let's just assume that.
Trial by combat.
And,
So
and
you're
then-
assuming that one?
No, I'm not assuming that. I'm saying this would be great.
Okay.
Speculation.
Yeah.
And John's like, I can't let you do that. And they have to fight. And during
That'd
this
be good.
fight, he has to realize, fuck, what am I doing? I'm fighting my own family.
And he loves her.
And he lets her kill him.
No, I don't think John will die.
No, John realizes in the middle of the fight that he loves Arya.
Romantically.
Yeah.
Romantically.
Okay, whoa.
Because I've always been looking at
Yeah,
her.
it's like,
he
you know
stops,
what,
he stops
Aunch
for a
is
moment,
weird,
he's like,
but
let's go to
cousin
the
is
hallway
less
right
weird.
now.
Yes, Aunch is weird, but cousin is less
Cousin's
weird.
okay.
Cousin-
you can marry your cousin
cousin
in
is-
Japan.
All right, so
I don't know, is that okay in Sweden? Cousins, is that's...
You know what? No one knows.
Joke.
Okay, so
Cousins are marriageable in Japan.
yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Cousins are marriageable in the United States.
In certain
Yes,
states.
Second
no.
cousins.
I think it's like second or less.
No,
What
second.
is, what is a second cousin?
So second cousin.
That's
would
that's your grandmother's brother or sibling's kid.
Be, yeah.
Sorry, grandparents, siblings, kid.
So first cousin-
Hold on a second. Not that I'm in sport, but is it illegal to marry a brother or sister in the United States?
Yes.
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 The fuck
Incest
kind
is
of
illegal.
bullshit non-freedom country is this?
It's illegal to have more than one
I should
wife.
be allowed
So-
to have my guns, marry my sisters.
Yeah.
But if you
And,
thought we had
multiple sisters.
freedoms, you've been living in the wrong country. All right.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so let me ask y'all. I'm not gonna answer because I do know the answer. Who's sitting on the Iron Throne? Because this is episode 5. We only have one episode before we
It's gonna
find
be John.
Podrick.
Yes.
out.
I like
his,
I like the fan theory that it's Bran. The fan theory that it's Bran makes no sense. It's fucking
Okay,
stupid, but I love
okay,
the
I'm
idea.
gonna be
Somebody
quiet.
have to
I'm gonna be
drag
quiet.
his ass up there.
I'm gonna be quiet.
No, oh my
I'm gonna be
God.
quiet. I'm not
Bran?
gonna say anything.
Don't
I'm
say
gonna be
anything, don't
quiet.
say anything, don't-
I'm-
Christ.
yes.
Don't say anything. It's
I
Sansa.
read not next episode spoilers, but I did see online all the spoilers that were leaked prior for this episode and the last three. And
No, they have some. They have
but
next
they've actually
episodes
been wrong.
too.
They've actually been wrong.
No, which one? No, which one? You haven't read the
The deleted thread now. The now deleted thread from Reddit.
You haven't read the Free Folk one. The dude who posted it from 6 months ago. He was spot on. Everything that happened, it was spot on. Because I read it and then I watched this episode and it was literally everything that happened was
Why would
right
you
there.
spoil yourself like that?
Because I don't care anymore. After last week's episode, episode 3 and 4, I was done. I was like, yeah, I don't care anymore. Like, I just want to know.
I still am giving it the chance of redemption.
I want the moment.
Oh yeah, y'all gonna be pissed. I will tell you that. You're gonna be fucking
If it's
pissed.
Bran, I'll be so pissed.
You're gonna.
No.
People are gonna be pissed.
I'll
People are gonna
only be
be
pissed if it's. I don't
People
even
are,
know the answer to
yeah,
that.
people are gonna be pissed. I would say that. It's not gonna be what you expect.
Gendry.
It's not gonna
Gendry
be.
is
It's not
it.
gonna be what you expect
Oh
at
my
all.
god, this is gonna be like the fucking final episode of Lost. They're gonna wake up and this was all a dream.
They were all literally dead.
No, it wasn't a dream. They were just dead.
They were all dead. It was them passing on to the afterlife. That was the end of Lost.
That's
No one survived the plane crash.
Apparently, if you watch the whole series over again with knowing that, it makes more sense.
Fuck you, no, it doesn't.
Sure.
They were writing it day to day.
Yeah.
Wait. But here's when the sad part is, once again, people who suck at storytelling in Hollywood and continue to get jobs. That mother trucker is doing Watchmen. The guy who did Lost. The guy who did Lost is doing Watchmen.
Later seasons of Lost.
No, the entire thing. So
Really?
So
There was two guys who started it.
JJ and the dude who started.
J. Abrams.
Yeah, so JJ left after like episode like 5 or something. Like he
really?
dipped off like halfway through season 1 because he left it in his hands. His companion, the other dude,
Yeah.
he did the rest of the series. He's doing
sure.
Watchmen. He's doing Watchmen now.
That's gonna be bad.
Yeah. HBO is banking.
I-
They're
The
banking
first two
on
seasons
Watchmen.
of Lost are still good. They're still
Of course.
fun.
But he comes from the school of the mystery box. The mystery the school of the mystery box,
Build
which is
suspense.
JJ. Yeah. And it's because JJ said it. JJ said the thing with the mystery box is you set up this thing and you never pay it off.
Yeah.
That's his whole thing. You set something up and never pay it off. Yep. And
I
that
saw that movie.
it's not terrible, but it is mystery box. Like he sets something up. By the end of it, you're like, what happened?
You just accept that, like,
Yeah.
there's supernatural
And it's
shit.
the same reason why people are not happy with Star Trek Discovery, because once again, Alex Kurtzman comes from JJ's school of mystery box thought. These are dudes who are legit not great storytellers, but because of their connections, they've gotten jobs.
2 endings.
One of two.
One of 2 endings. I didn't actually read into them. I just did a quick.
So
there's one of 2 endings.
Yeah, I'm going with the one that
I don't.
in this. No, I'm saying I'm going with the one from the same guy who basically fucking spoiled everything else, and that was correct. I'm baking.
So
he probably
I
has
guess
the
what
correct
happened with
one.
that free folk thing, the dude who had spoiled it all. Again, I did not read into any episode
Right,
6
just the
spoilers.
story.
Just some stuff prior. Yeah, he did actually name it all. He did get it all
Because
right.
he had a friend who worked on Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So, brother, and he's like, this is what I heard from my brother, but this is how it's gonna go. And also, I'm not 100% sure, but there's a chance that they actually filmed a false ending.
Yeah, well, they did that. They actually they filmed some
To throw off.
scene.
internal
Yeah, they
chaos?
filmed fake scenes to combat spoilers, because Game of Thrones has been known for their leaks.
Spoilers.
Yeah, so but I do believe that the ending that was spoiled is the ending, because I mean, for me watching it, I can see that it's leading up to what it's about to lead.
Now,
up
Bryce,
to.
what if they're so meta and they purposely made a bad season, and then they redo it all?
Then they will be they. I'm gonna say this. This series will now go down as one of the worst ended series in history of TV.
No,
No,
I
I think so.
Battlestar Galactica takes that cake apparently.
People love Battlestar Galactica.
I mean,
No, I
but
heard
like-
the
but-
ending is such fucking you go through this long track to get to the
I
ending.
think
and
when
then
I say it's
Hey,
gonna
let's
be
be
one.
honest,
When I
it's
say
Starling and the Franks.
when I
all
say
the way.
when I say
100%.
it's gonna go
Charlie
down as one
Franks
of the
died
worst,
way earlier
but
than
when I say it's gonna go down as one of the worst ended series, it's simply because the series started on a high that few other series can touch. And it's yes, it did.
Yeah, no, I feel like it reached its stride like season 2.
Well, when I say started, I mean like it. Okay, not started, but it rode a high that few series can touch.
There you go.
By season 3, no other TV show was touching Game of Thrones.
Okay, here's the thing.
And then now, come on,
because we both know opinion wise. So here's something Bryce is omitting though. While they were correct about this episode, no one talked about the execution.
Of
which
this
one?
Sunday?
Of the episodes.
Yeah,
of the plot points.
despite
the plot points are disappointing, yes.
Yeah, and
But
yeah.
the execution of the plot points could actually dramatically change things.
Also true.
So the execution of this episode, while I hate the plot points, I actually had a lot of fun watching it. I still, deep down, regrettably, enjoy the series. And
Yeah, of course.
I love Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. It all relies on the next episode and how they execute that ending.
But for me
To decide whether or not I'm going to recommend everyone to binge it and rewatch the whole fucking thing.
I'll still binge it.
No,
binge the whole
but
thing as
I'm
an
gonna watch it
experiment.
again. I'm absolutely gonna
I
watch the series.
legitimately
again.
think that based on the next episode, that'll kind of just could drive my entire theory of the season.
Yeah, but see, for me, it's more of I don't.
Oh, we got to do a Picardo stream one day. Everyone take 2 weeks off of work, get in a one of our places, and just watch all Game of Thrones on
my
because
God.
Picardo doesn't care about doing copyrighted content.
That sounds rough.
Yeah. So, but for me, it's like this. I truly.
It's watching all.
Like binging the entire series gives me, at least for me, it gives me a different viewpoint because I've seen it all in a very short time span.
Yeah.
So I saw the transition from where it was to when it started to drop to now that I'm here. It's like so fresh that I'm just like, wow, this is a huge drop off for me.
I greatly remember seasons 1 to 4, and a massive drop off.
But for me, it's like this.
Yeah, I don't remember season 2 very well.
I mean, remember, I rewatched up to season 3 with my wife, so.
And so, like, for me, it's the show it's great. Like, I love the show. Don't get me wrong, but for how it's ending, it just tells me like, damn, like it's gonna be a little bit harder to rewatch, especially for people who are super fans, like people who love this show to their core. If it ends the way the spoilers say people think it's gonna end, it's gonna be a really hard sale for people to rewatch.
I do want to do a separate. We can probably start to wrap it up now, but I want to do a separate section of next week's after it's ended. Because I want to talk about all the fan theories and go by them quick point by point.
Oh, I love this crazy fan theory.
I'd like to do that.
There's a time travel one.
Film theory.
The time travel one is awesome.
About
I like the one that there's
Daenerys
a shitload of dragons out there
having
because
dementia.
Drogon is an asexual dragon maker.
Really?
Yeah, no. Bloodline wise, they showed she should have dementia based on how incesty their family is.
I like that.
And that based on statistics, she had like a 66% chance of having the same thing that her father had.
That's right, I did see that, yeah.
And
nice.
they should have played on it, because that's what he's like, if they were smart, they would play on her losing her sanity very slowly, and it would start to show. They didn't do that, but
instead it was one episode, or two episodes.
2 episodes, she lost her sanity, but it didn't even show it that way. It just showed her getting, like, losing her mind,
and
it wasn't dementia way.
It wasn't even sad. It was just she was so consumed with grief.
Yeah, no,
that was grief, and that's not the same thing. And it's just like
anyhow, I want to do that for next week. We'll have a separate section.
Let's try to get it early. Let's try to actually.
We're gonna be on time.
Yeah, let's try to get 6.
And also, guys, next week we'll be doing a special setup where I'll have a camera, and we'll be going through my laptop and everything. We'll try to get the whole crowd here.
I see no laptop. That's not a laptop.
Fine, my stationary laptop now converted to a desktop.
I'll take it.
Fuck you. We're already at the end, so I can cuss now.
Right.
So another thing that might be cool is to stream. Oh no, will our audio get taken down?
This.
Yeah, if we don't show any.
Yes, it will.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you could do. So the way they do rewatch, the way they do live viewings on YouTube is just commentary. There's no actual viewing the thing.
I
No,
mean,
No,
audio.
it wouldn't view. It would just be our commentary. But the problem is they would pick up on the audio from the episode.
Oh, you mean you would have live reactions of what's going on? Is
Yeah.
that what you're talking about?
Oh
No.
yeah. No, you can't do that.
No.
No.
No, we would have to have special mics that don't pick up the TV.
No, you can't.
Yeah, because
And
people
we
do
can
it.
just
I
tell
don't just know.
people
I don't
like,
know
all right,
how
guys,
they do
start it with us. Well, actually,
That's
I might
tough.
have that 5 mic set up, and you can go on your points. I need to.
Okay, so yeah, we're pretty much we're done. That was it. We've all talked your ear off about how much we. Ooh, we're making a lot of noise. Hold on.
Sorry.
Yeah. So just hold on. So we've talked all your ear off, and look, at the end of the day, this is still a great series.
It's fun.
It's still a fun series to watch. Like,
I don't think diehard fans will get turned away from it.
I think die hard. Like the people who like it's the same with Star Wars. Nobody thought Star Wars fans would get turned away, and look at them. Look, they're leaving in droves.
That's how I am.
They're leaving in droves. So it's all about execution. It is, and so depending on how this next episode goes, will determine how long of a life Game of Thrones the TV show will have.
See,
the book series will always have a long
I
life.
guess just to put it in perspective, how I feel, and I think how most people feel, I don't hate it. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
It's like a father looking at the C+ on his kid's report card. You're not like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. You're more like, come on.
You could have did better. You could have did better.
Yeah, you could have done better.
But it's okay.
This is a C season anyway. C+.
I view this show like I view JoJo. It's a rite of passage watch almost, or it's like watching something like not Reefer Madness. Goddammit. The Tim Curry indie one, the Tim Curry cult movie, the one everyone dresses up for.
Rocky Horror Picture
Thank you,
Show.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yes. It's like that. You watch it so that you can understand where the internet comes from and why people loved it for so long. It's an experience of adventure to see it.
Yeah.
And I think no matter as long as the ending is not the worst thing in the world, it's still going to be recommended, and it's still going to have memes that last forever, that alone will make it recommended.
But how long? Because that's the thing. Star Wars. Look at Star Wars. Star Wars lasted. What? Almost 40 years.
Star Wars is still going to be around.
Yeah, I mean,
that fan base is dropping.
They need to do something.
Disney.
But
They're going to make it last.
my question is, will Game of Thrones, the TV show, not just the books, the TV show have that longevity? Will it have the next 30 years of people watching it on HBO?
People still remember Breaking Bad, and it has its highs and low moments.
I mean, look at Friends. Friends is 20. The Friends is going
Friends
on 20
had a
years.
shitty ass ending, and everyone still
But
loves that
Friends
show.
is going on right.
Fucking
but
How I Met Your Mother, terrible ending.
Terrible ending. Everyone loves it.
Okay, no, I rewatched it. I don't think the ending is bad.
Guys, let's wrap it up because I'm also starting to fucking boil here.
Okay, so
It's getting hot.
Yeah, so thank you guys for watching again. For everybody who's been watching since episode 1, really truly thank you. If you really enjoyed the video,
for the last episode,
right?
Huh? I know. But if you really enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, comment, share it. Let other people know. And you have one more thing to say?
Same thing that I have to say every single time. Catelyn Stark sucks. Worst character in the show. Glad she's dead. Thank God.
All right, guys, we're out.
Bye.
Back.